What's up, my Boogie Woogie friends? Jonas Schwickert here. Welcome to another lesson on my channel. Let's be honest, people love simple things, but only if they still sound like music. Well, that's what I'm gonna teach you today, because I'm gonna lift the curtain on what makes Boogie Woogie easy to play. So if this is your first ever Boogie Woogie you're learning, congratulations, you found the perfect video. Or if you already play a bit and you wanna just upgrade your knowledge and you wanna learn a system that works for your entire Boogie Woogie learning journey to make it simpler, easier and faster, then this video will also be perfect for you. Now let me ask you this, can you hold your hand in this position? If the answer is yes, if you can do this, then you can play what I'm about to teach you. Because we're just gonna be working with one shape, because I'm gonna guide you into this shape type of thinking and playing to make your entire journey easier, to change your perspective. Let's jump into it. We're gonna go step by step. This is for any age, any level. I'm gonna guide you through this, so make sure you put the video in full screen, you pay attention, you bring these 10 to 15 minutes, however long we're gonna take for this lesson, and you learn it in full. You watch it from beginning to end. You don't skip around or pause or anything like this, because this way you can actually cherish the time that we have together instead of wasting time with just another YouTube lesson. Now, to approach Boogie Woogie piano, the best way to approach it is by thinking in shapes, almost like Lego blocks. This is a shape, this is a shape, because when I'm playing, these are all shapes that I'm connecting. All shapes that I'm connecting here, okay? Now in music there's something known as a chord, which is just a bunch of notes bunched up together. This creates harmony and melody. This is what we're using for today's lesson. This is a C6 chord. Don't mind the theory behind it. It's basically just coming from a C chord and adding the A on there, which is the sixth. And we're gonna use this inversion. Now, this is our hand shape that we're staying in for the entirety of the lesson. We're not moving our hand around, so that we can actually focus on making music instead of the complex theoretical aspects. And also this way we bypass a lot of the technical beginner challenges. Now what I want you to do is play this as a chord. So we're just playing every note together, okay? Now the cool thing that you're gonna notice is that when you play this chord, it consists of 4 notes, which you can interchange with each other. So we can leave out the G, making it just the A. We can leave out the A, making it a G. We can leave out both notes in between. We can leave out the E at the bottom and just play G and C. But the fingering does never change, and the hand shape also doesn't change. Look at this. I'm already creating melodies with my hand shape. And only the positions within that shape. Now I want you to actually just be a child again here. View this as a playground and experiment. We're not perfect yet. We're not trying to be a perfectionist with this. It's an exercise for now, okay? So just play around with these keys, nice and slow. The keys that I showed you. Because this will free you up for our next step, which is going to be actually playing this in a specific rhythm. Take some inspiration from how I'm doing it. And then also, sometimes you can play the full chord. Now, just by me explaining it in this way, it lights a bulb, kind of, right? Because instead of just seeing a bunch of random notes on the keyboard that I'm playing, now you see a shape and you know where the notes are coming from. They're coming from this chord, and we can use all of the notes from the chord in any combination or order, right? That's the power of a perspective shift. That's sometimes all we need. Now, before we move on in the right hand and make it sound really, really impressive, that's gonna knock anyone's socks off when they hear it, we're gonna look at the left hand, okay? Because the left hand, the bass line, of course, super important. So for this lesson, all we're gonna do is we're gonna learn these 3 notes as a bass line. Check it out. That's it, okay? Comes from a C chord again. So your left hand is playing C with the 5th finger, then with the 3rd finger E, thumb, G, back down to E, and then C again. And then you just loop this, okay? This is the same bass line I played in that little introduction. Very good. Now we can do this from F. We're doing the same pattern just from F. So that's this key, and then this key, right? Same fingering, don't overcomplicate it. And then we need the same thing from G, which is here, okay? 1 note higher. Same pattern again, same fingering. Nice and easy. Good job. Now we're gonna follow the 12-bar blues progression, which is the harmony progression that boogie woogie and blues music always follow. That means we're playing it 4 times on C, 2 times on F, 2 times on C, 1 time on G, 1 time on F, 2 times on G. If you can do math, that equals 12. And on the right hand, we're playing our chord just on each beat number 1. I will do this for you together. We can do it then. So you can kind of play along with me. All we're doing is we're striking both hands on beat 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we count to 4 in each bar. So now we're in the 2nd bar. 4. 3rd bar. 2, 3, 4. And 4th bar. 2, 3, 4. Great job. Now we move up to F. We shift our left hand with the pinky finger on this F here instead of the C. The right hand, we're changing out 1 note. We're changing out the bottom E for an E flat. This is the black note here. This is just so that it sounds better with the bass line on F, because instead of C, we have F now, okay? So we're changing 1 note, but the shape on the hand is still the same. Just the note is different. There's a distinction here that I would like for you to remember and learn. This is not a different shape, this is a different note, because as you can see, we're not changing, we're not increasing our hand span, right? The hand is still the same shape. Okay, now we play from here. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Back to C, and 2. We can speed up a little bit once you're comfortable. Now we move up to our G, and our right hand, look at this. From this shape, we stay in the shape, but we move every note down 1 key. What you can do is you can anchor your vision on just the thumb and keep your hand in the shape. Look, my hand shape isn't changing. I could play this shape from anywhere on the keyboard. So what you gotta remember is, instead of starting the shape from the E, which is the thumb, you're gonna start it from the D. So that means you shift your whole hand so that your thumb now lays on the D without moving your hand span, right? Again, from E down to D. And then we have a G chord from here. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now back to C, so right hand moves up 1 more time into this chord. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Nice, congratulations. Halfway done. We got 2 foundational aspects of boogie woogie, or actually 3. We got the bass line done, good job on that. We got the 12-bar blues progression, good job on that. And we got something on the right hand, which in this case is just a chord, which we're next gonna upgrade. In step 3, we're gonna upgrade it where you can actually play like a whole 2-minute song that sounds fresh and varied every time you play it. just by using the shape system in this one chord. I'm going to show you that in detail in a second here. Okay, so that's the real goal of this lesson. Make sure you stay around for that and you really learn that and spend time on that. Now, before we go into that, if you want this chord shape, this one and this one in a beautiful outline, so visually in front of you, so you can actually remember it and not have to come back to the lesson every day to see what shape was that again, Jonah. I have a Boogie Woogie cheat sheet. It's a 30-page PDF and it includes a bunch of help for beginner students getting started and wanting nice, easy, fast progress, right? It also has these chords in there, which you can then print out or just have open on your device in front of you, so you see exactly what notes are in the shape, right? So I really recommend you grab that. It also has the 12-bar blues progression and some hand independence exercises and a bunch of other stuff, okay? So definitely grab that. It's the second link in the description. I will wait for you here. You put in your email and it gets sent to you automatically. It takes 10 seconds to do, so do that right now. And then you can use that going forward and for this lesson as well. Okay, I hope you grabbed that. And now, if you did grab it, you are ready for step 3, the real spicy stuff coming up, okay? Because instead of just boringly playing this chord on beat 1, like how everyone else teaches, we're gonna try to improvise with it, okay? We're gonna try to shift our, how I showed you in the beginning, shift our positions around in this shape. And I'm gonna show you some examples. For example, this. This is one way to use this shape. If you make one minor mistake like I just did, it's no problem. As long as you keep that steady groove. And now look what I'm gonna do. I'm keeping the same rhythm, but I'm just changing the notes. Again. How cool is that? I'm learning one thing once, which is the rhythm. This is the hardest part of learning, by the way. The rhythm, matching both hands together here. So if you struggle with this, I got you in a second. I make it easier for you. If this is hard to play together. You can try it solo, just the right hand. Ba, 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 ba. Just repeat the same rhythm that I am playing. Okay? And then try a different order. We're always starting with these outside notes and then we're going da 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 da. But we can choose other notes as a starter. We don't have to go ba 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 ba. We can go ba 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 ba. We can also go ba 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 ba. We can go ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. You see what I mean? And this will free you up and make you sound amazing. So make sure you play around with that for a few minutes, okay? Just to ingrain it, to free yourself up a little, build some hand independence, and just get your hand playing the shape in multiple different ways that come from you. It's not supposed to sound perfect yet, because that will come at the end of the lesson when you've practiced it for a bit. And then we're gonna simply apply the same idea of just shifting around these notes in this rhythm through the 12-bar blues. I'll do it with you one time. I'm also changing the rhythm. Now. F. G. F. C. And then a chord. You see? This is so easy. The only thing that might challenge you here is the hand independence. So if playing both hands together doesn't work yet, if it sounds something like this, if you can't keep that bass line intact, if you can't keep the rhythm intact, if you just make a whole bunch of mistakes, then you can just do the same thing but with single notes on the left hand. This would be a good step to build some hand independence, because hand independence needs to be built step by step in Boogie Woogie. So just on every beat, every bar, and try to hear the melody in your head before it plays, because we only have two or kind of three notes that we're shifting around, so your brain is gonna get used to how those notes sound quick, right? So try hearing it and try actually coming up with nice melodies. I like that one, so I'm gonna repeat it. I'm creating call and answer, phrasing. This is improvisation from G. How cool is this? You're learning to improvise in your first Boogie Woogie lesson, which is what this music style is all about, right? So just the C key or root key, right, through the 12-bar blues progression, that will eliminate the challenge of hand independence in the beginning, but still help you learn it, because at least you're holding down a key, but you're not overloading yourself with this big issue of hand independence, playing a full bass line on your right hand improvisations. This has to be built step by step, okay? And that's the fast way to reach a solid level where you can, just groove out, which is really fun. That was fun. And that's basic stuff for me, but it's still fun, That's the power of Boogie. It doesn't have to be super technically skilled or advanced or theoretically either, right? Basic stuff goes a long way, but only if you have the control and the groove. Now, the best way to build more hand independence, your next step would be to take my free course. It's my gift for you to keep the Boogie Woogie alive. It's my mission. I have a course, it's 5 days long, and it will build you hand independence, the act of playing both hands together, like we did in this lesson, right? So you can reach the point that I played in the intro or in the ending here. It's one little mini exercise every day. It's like 5 minutes long, and it's not what you think. Some exercises can be done even without a piano, because hand independence is built in a very interesting way. I also explain how is hand independence built, what is it, why is it important. So also some theory behind the biggest challenge of Boogie Woogie that makes most students give up. Don't be one of them. Take the course, first link in the description. It's free, like I said. You get one email a day with a new little mini exercise. And with that was the lesson. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something new, a fresh approach. Trust me, this is what I teach my students in my program. It works wonders. You would be in shock if you see some of their playing after just a few weeks of my private program with my courses. So definitely follow this outline of learning with the shapes, getting into improvisation early, right? And yeah, hope you liked this. Congratulations and good job for pushing through and learning this and actually putting in the work to learn something new. How cool is that? Instead of just sedating yourself with Netflix or something. And you can do this at any age. You can reach a top level. It doesn't matter if you're starting from zero or starting with 89 years old, like my oldest student Joanne. She's 90 years old and she started from nothing, and now she plays amazing minute-long boogie woogies with awesome groove and control. So yeah, pat yourself on the shoulder for that, and I will see you in the 5-day Hand of God challenge. That's the course I mentioned. Sign up to that right now, Second link in the description, that's your next step. So you can build that nice hand independence and then go through my other lessons and put things together faster with more fun, and it's a lot easier. All right. So I'll see you in the 5-day challenge. Good luck with that. It's easy though. You got this, and it'll do wonders with your hand coordination. And yeah, I'll see you there and in my next YouTube lessons. Let's keep the boogie alive, guys. Thank you for learning this awesome music style. Keep at it. It's worth it. Trust me. Most amazing skill on earth to be able to make any piano a stage and make friends everywhere where there's a piano and kind of be like the star of any party where there's a piano. You know, it's really worth it to put in the work here. Okay? So keep at it. Ciao. Whoa. Outtake.